everyone. It's Brad here for Sunday morning Ashtanga practice. And so before we get started today with our practice, I wanted to start with a loving kindness meditation. So if you're not familiar with a loving kindness practice, it's a Buddhist practice. It's one of 4 primary Buddhist practices that over the years there's been a lot of study into these particular practices, and they've been a kind of found to really to be exceptional for stress and trauma recovery and things like this, but they're also a great way to frame and situate our perspective. And maybe more importantly at this moment in time, it's a way to impel our heart towards a more caring attitude, or more introspective attitude about how we participate in the world in a way. And so maybe that'll be our primary focus for the day. So the 4 different practices in the Buddhist they prop up a lot of the Buddhist meditation practices. First one is loving kindness, which is what we're going to go work through here in a couple of moments. The second one is compassion, practicing compassion. The next one is sympathetic joy. So sympathetic joy is kind of it's an interesting term, but sympathetic joy means that you rejoice in the joy that other people have. And so sometimes that can be sometimes more difficult than empathy in and of itself, or compassion in and of itself. And so it is a practice that we might want to cultivate. And then the other one is a kind of a wish for kind of a stability, a place of a foundation. And so thinking in terms of like this ability for that individual, whether it be for yourself or for somebody that you care deeply about, or for somebody that might not be one of your favorite people, but somebody who deserves those loving kindness. But it's a hope that they can rest into a space of that they can be at rest, and that they can feel whole within themselves. And so those 4 different practices are cornerstones of the Buddhist meditation practice. And one of the more interesting things about this particular practice is that it does follow a script of sorts, and the script in and of itself has the capacity, when done appropriately, to encourage all 4 of the different practices, even though it's considered the first of those that were listed. And so we want to cultivate these over a period of time. After today, if you're interested in learning more about it, I'll put some resources in the comments. But thinking in terms of letting this practice be one of just like our yoga practice. Sometimes it feels good, sometimes it doesn't feel so great, but we do the practice anyway, understanding that if we do the practice with a certain amount of discipline, with a certain amount of sincerity, that what will blossom out of our practice is a better mind state for ourselves, and then from that same space, a better way of nurturing those around us and the world around us. And so we'll go ahead and just come to seated. If you have your device handy, and if you could let me know that you can hear me, and then we'll get ready to roll. All right. And so finding a nice elongated spine. So we want to have a nice firm seated posture. Close your eyes, or they can be slightly open. Closing the eyes if you choose. But regardless, seeing if you can maintain, rather than drifting into your own thought processes, see if you can find a way to remain engaged in the sensations inside the body, the breath pattern, and then at the same time starting to cultivate an openness in the heart. Your arms relax away from the ears. Your inhales, you find yourself becoming a little bit taller. Your exhales, becoming a little bit taller yet. Feel the ears move back and the chin draw back just a little bit. So even though you're standing up, sitting up nice and straight, you're also finding a little bowing in quality. So loving kindness meditation follows these kind of a script or a series of mantras that we would put together. Initially we start with ourselves, and it's a way of kind of toning or kind of starting to install the process as we work through these different mantras, thinking in terms of being cared for by somebody, maybe in your past, that somebody that who's cared for you in a very deep way, in a very comforting way, in a very kind way, who's offered kindness to you, and love and compassion. And then letting that bubble up to the surface. What did it feel like to feel those things, to be within the care of that individual? And I'll say the words, and then you can repeat them to yourself if you'd like. I will give you a little space there, or else you can just simply evoke the images, or the kind of using your imagination, see if you can evoke those feelings and sensations. May I know kindness. May I be safe and protected and free from inner and outer harm. May I be happy and contented. May I be healthy and whole. May I experience ease of well-being. May I know kindness. May I be safe and protected from and free from inner and outer harm. May I be happy and contented. May I be healthy, and may I experience ease of well-being. Resting in the residue of the space behind that follows. Shifting your focus to someone else, somebody that's close to you, that's dear to you, somebody who simply deserves love and kindness. May they know kindness. May they be safe and protected and free from inner and outer harm. May they be happy and contented. May they be healthy, and may they experience ease of well-being. May they know kindness. May they be safe and protected and free from inner and outer harm. May they be happy and contented. May they be healthy and whole and experience ease of well-being. To those that take care of us, that care for us and protect us. May they know kindness. they be safe and protected and free from inner and outer harm. May they be happy and contented. May they be healthy and whole. May they experience ease of well-being. May they know kindness. May they be safe and protected from free from inner and outer harm. May they be contented. May they be healthy and whole. May they experience ease of well-being. And then opening up your heart to the greater humanity, to all beings everywhere. May all beings know kindness. May all beings be safe and protected and free from inner and outer harm. May all beings be happy and contented. May all beings be healthy and whole. May they experience ease of well-being. May all beings know kindness. May all beings be safe and protected and free from inner and outer harm. May all beings be happy and contented. May all beings be healthy and whole. May they experience ease of well-being. Resting into the residue that follows. Shanti, and then finding your way to the front of your mat. Samastihitihi. We'll start with our invocation, the Ashtanga invocation. We'll do it call and response, beginning and ending with Om. I'll give you a space. After I've said the line, we'll start with our own deep breath. Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sundar Shita Svatma Sukhavabode Nishreyase Jangalikaya Mane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantiyaye Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakrasi Darinam Sahasra Shirsam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim And then Samastiti, front of the mat. to Namaskar, Ekam, arms up. And then Dve, fold forward. Inhale, lift chin up off the chest. And then exhale, step back. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can lower all the way down if you choose. Inhaling, find up dog or cobra. And then exhaling, lift your hips to the sky. First down dog, maybe some movements here. 1. 2. 3. 4. One more inhale. Pressing the breath out, bend the knees, step forward or float to the front. Inhaling, Sapta, lift chin from chest. Exhaling, Ashta, fold deeply forward. Nava, inhale, strong legs. Exhale, arms to the side, Samastihiti. Ekam, inhale, arms come up, press palms. Dve, exhale, fold forward from the waist, charge the legs, make them strong. Inhale, Trini, lift chin from chest. Exhale, Chaturanga, low push-up pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, Pancha, pull the heart open. And then exhaling, shot, hips lift towards the sky. 1. 2. 3. 4. One more inhale. Pressing the breath out, look forward, step forward or float to the front. Inhaling, Sapta, lift chin from chest. Exhale, Ashta, fold. Nava, inhale, rise up, look up. Exhale, arms to the side, Samastihiti. Ekam, inhale. 1. Dve, exhale. 2, second position, bow it in. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, float back or step. Inhaling, up dog. And then exhale, hips to the sky for down dog. 1. 2. So inner thighs rotate back, makes the sit bones move away from one another. We start there, getting a little bit of movement in the back of the hamstrings. I'll start to release a little bit, but then we want to find the muscular energy, tone the muscles behind the pubic bone, send the outside of the hips back till you feel your core engaged. Then inhale one more time, maintain that engagement, bend the knees, look forward, float or step to the front. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, fold deeply forward. Inhale, rising up, tone through the glutes. And exhale, arms to the side, Samastihiti. Groin drawn back, inhale, arms up. And then exhale, Dve, fold forward, palms flat. Inhale, shift weight into the hands, lift your chin. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, low push-up. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, hips to the sky for exhale. 1. Charge the legs, make them strong. See if you can lift your toes up off to the floor. Lift your forearms and your triceps forward and up, and then melt the heart through both actions. Try not to just simply melt your chest through or just kind of hang into your armpits, but instead find buoyancy in the upper body and then allow the spine to lengthen out. One more breath, inner thighs back. Exhale, tone through the lower abdomen, squeeze, look forward, step forward, or float. Inhaling, Sapta, lift the chin, pull the heart. Exhaling, Ashta, fold. Nava, inhale, rising up. And exhale, arms to the side, Samastihiti. Ekam, inhale. And then Dve, exhale, hands down. Trini, inhale, lift your chin up off your chest. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, Pancha, look off the nose. Exhale, shot hips to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more inhale. Finish the exhale. Step forward or float to the front. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, arms to the side. Last one, ekam, arms up. And dve, folding. Trini, inhale, lift the heart. Chatwari, exhale, chaturanga. Pancha, inhaling. Chat, exhale, hips to the sky. And breathing. One, 2, 3, 4. Press the breath. And then 5, float or step. Inhaling, pancha. Exhale, shot, 6. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, samastihitihi. Surya Namaskar B, Utkatasana. Set deep. Inhale, arms come up, look up. And the way, full palms down. Trini, inhale. Lean weight into the hands. As you exhale, bend the elbows. And chaturanga. Up dog. Expand the heart. Push into the floor. Exhale to down dog. Gaze towards your belly button. Right foot steps forward. Deep lunge. Inhale, warrior 1. Roll, rise it up. Exhale, hands down. Low push up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Left foot forward. Right foot flat. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands down. Low push up. Inhale, pull the heart open. Micro bend in the elbows. Exhale, hips towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then pressing breath, bending knees, step forward or float to the front. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Panchadasha, exhale, Shodasha, fold. Set deep, Utkatasana, Saptarasha, reaching. Samastihitihi, exhale. Inhale, Utkatasana, fingers brush the floor, reach up. And away, exhale, fold, hands down. Inhale, lift chin up off chest. Exhale, Chaturanga, Dandasana. Pancha, inhale, heart expands. Shot, exhale, hips to sky. Right foot forward. Sapta, inhale, warrior 1. Ashtanga, exhale, low push up, Chaturanga. Nava, look at your nose, up dog. Dasha, exhale to down dog. Left foot steps forward, right foot's flat. Inhale, Kadasha, rise up. Exhale, hands down, low push-up pose. Dwadasha. Inhale, Trayodasha, lift the heart. Exhale, Chaturdasha, hips to the sky. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish your exhale. And 5, forward. Inhaling, Panchadasha, lift your heart, half lift. Exhale, Shodasha, press into the floor. Set deep, Saptarasha, inhale, arms up. Samastihitihi, arms to the side. Ekam, inhale. And dve, exhale. Trini, inhale, lift the heart, bring weight into the hands. Exhale, Chaturanga. Pancha, roll the heart open. Shot, exhale, lift the hips to the sky, right leg forward. Inhale, rising up, lift the heart. Exhale, Ashtanga, low push up. Nava, expand the heart. Dasha, hips to the sky. Right, left foot forward. Inhale, Ekadasha, rise up. Exhale, hands down, low push up. Dvadasha. Inhale, Trayodasha, lift the heart. And then exhale, Chaturdasha, hips to the sky. 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. Finish the exhale. And 5. Forward. Inhaling, Panchadasha. Exhale, Shodasha. Utkatasana, Saptarasha. Weight to the heels, arms up. Samastihi. Ekam, inhale, arms up. And Dve, exhale, palms flat. Trini, inhale, lift heart. Shift weight forward, exhale, Chaturanga. Pancha, up dog. Shot, exhale, down dog, right foot forward. Warrior 1, inhale, rise up. Exhale, Ashtanga, low push up. Nava, inhale. Dasha, hips high, exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, Ekadasha, rising up. And exhale, Dvadasha, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Trayodasha. And then exhale, hip side Chaturdasha. Breathing. 1. 2. 3. 4. Finish the exhale. Look forward, float or step. Inhaling, Panchadasha. Exhale, Shodasha. Set deep, Saptarasha. Reach your arms up, Utkatasana, Samastihi. One more time, Utkatasana, Ekam. Look at the thumbs. Dve, fold forward, hands down. Inhale, Trini, lift chin up off the chest. Exhale, Chapwadi, low push up. Pancha, look at the nose. Shot, exhale, hips to the sky. Right foot forward, Warrior 1. Inhaling, Sapdog, reach up. Exhale, Ashtanga, low push up. Nava, inhale, lift the heart. Dasha, hips high, left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Ekadasha. Exhale to Dvadasha, low push up, pose, Chaturanga. Inhale, Trayodasha, expanding. And then exhale, Chaturdasha, lift the hips to the sky. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish the exhale. And 5, forward. Inhale, Panchadasha, lift chin from chest. Exhale, Shodasha, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, Saptarasha, reaching up. Samastihi. Hands to your waist, feet float apart, hip width distance, inhaling. Exhale, fold, reach down, find your big toes. Ekam, inhale, lift the heart forward. Dve, exhale, elbows wide. Shoulders away from ears. You can also bring your elbows back towards your calves. 1. Shoulders drawn away from the ears. Shoulder blades up just a little bit so you can feel your heart pressing forward and down. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, palms underneath, fingertips point back. Inhale, ache and lift the heart forward. Exhale, devay, elbows wide, or pull them back towards your calves. It can be intense if you have stiff wrists. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, lift chin from chest. Exhale, hands to your waist. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, feet together, Samastihi. Utthita Trikonasana, right foot steps back, rotate both sets of toes, and then Dvaya, extending out. Left arm up to the sky, reach to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Up on inhale, rotate your feet, exhale, left arm reaches, hand down. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the collarbones open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, coming up, pancha. As you exhale, extend left arm out, palm down to fiddle go, right arm up to the sky, reaching up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look down, inhale, coming up. As you exhale, right arm reaches, left arm up to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, coming up, Nava. Exhale, Samastihi. Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. Right foot way back this time. Set deep. Right palm down, left arm long. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, coming up. Trini, as you exhale, switch out your feet. Left arm down, right arm long. So try to push into the floor with your left arm. At the same time, lift up out of the arm. So the pushing down action creates length. Lifting up out of it, we push deeper into the floor. Back foot's rooted, front big toenails rooted. 4, and then 5. Inhale, coming up. Turn towards the back of the mat. Revolve variation. Bend your right leg. Let your left shoulder come across the right thigh. Come up onto your back toes if you need to. Left palm down, right arm up and over. Look towards the palm. Charge your legs, make them strong. 1, 2, spin the heart open. 3, 4, and 5. Look down, inhale, coming up. Deep breath, right arm's long this time. As you exhale, bend your left leg. Maybe your heel stays down. Maybe it comes up. Drop your thumb, shoulder to the outside of your left thigh. Left hand down, right arm down, left arm long. 1, pull the heart through, ribs across the thigh. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, coming up, deep breath. Exhale, Samastihi. Prasarita Padottanasana, you step right, I'm a step left, hands to the waist, inhale. As you exhale, fold forward at the waist, hands down on the mat, inhale, lift the heart open. As you exhale, folding, head to the floor. 1, 2, pressing into the floor nice and strongly through the 4 points, but then lifting up out of the ankles. 5, inhale, lift your heart forward. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, come up. Exhale here, anchor the tailbone, use that exhale, then lift the heart and expand. As you exhale, inner thighs spin inward, but then feel the outsides of the hips press back. Elbows hug back towards one another, head down to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale all the way up. Exhale at the top, anchor down, arms come out. On the inhale, drop your thumbs, interlace your fingers. Inhale, roll the collarbones back. Exhale, dway, fold forward, head down to the floor. Drop the shoulders over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, coming up. Exhale at the top, anchor down. Inhale, lift the heart, hug the elbows back. Exhale, fold forward, grab your big toes, peace sign, fingers, thumbs. Inhale, lift the heart open, and then exhale, head to the floor. 1, 2, lift out of the ankles. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale the hands to the waist. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale to the front. Samastihitihi. Parshvattanasana. Take your arms out nice and wide. Drop your thumbs down. Palms together behind the heart. Fists will work. Opposite elbows. If you have any sort of shoulder issues, step the right foot back. Rotate towards the back of the mat. Root into the floor. Lots of power and strength. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Chin towards your front shin. 1. Charge your legs, make them strong. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Up on your inhale. Rotate towards the back of the mat. Extra breath here. Lean back a little bit, drop the tail. As you exhale, coil through the lower back, but extend through the upper back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Up on inhale. Exhale to the front. Samastihitihi. Didasta Parangustasana. Hands to the waist. Shoulders drawn back. Elbows drawn back. Reach down. Find your right big toe. Ekam. Inhale. Push through your toe. Dve. Exhale. Left rib cage wraps across the front of the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Stand up straight. Inhale. Exhale, open up to the right. Look towards the left when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, squeezing in. Inhale, stand up. Charge the legs. 1, elbows back. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ashta release. Left hand grabs big toe on the left. Nava, inhale. As you exhale, right ribs wrap. Dasha. Look at your toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, open up. And gaze towards the right when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, bring it forward. Trayudasha. Exhale, Chaturasha. Squeeze in. Panchadasha. Inhale, stand up. Float the front foot. Charge it out. 1. Elbows back. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Releasing. Little wiggle. And then Ardha Baddha Padamottanasana, bound lotus, forward fold. So if you're prepared for the posture, go for it. Showed variations here. So you can take tree pose. Good posture if you have any sort of knee issues, right? You can take your heel up to the hip crease if you're prepared to do so. Right arm drops back, reach for your toes. Next posture, a little bit of an Utkatasana. Flex the ankle back towards the shin and bring it just above the knee for something like a Utkatasana, one leg Utkatasana. Set the hips back behind you, but tuck the tail in. Hands can come to heart center or reach your arms out in front. Feel the release on the outside of the glute. And then bring your right hand down to your knee and lift your knee up into your hand. So we're using both engagements. 4, push it up. And 5, inhale, look forward. Exhale, if you're in your forward fold, come on up with your breath. And then exhale, release the foot to the floor. Left side, as you're ready, left heel up to the hip crease into the tree pose, or prepare for that variation of Utkatasana. Heel comes up, and then bring it right above the knee. And then hands can come out in front, palms can come to heart center. Or if you're into it, hand on the thigh or on the knee, pick your knee up into your hand. So using that different variation of engagement to open out the outside of your left hip. So feel that pulling, wrapping the quadricep back. 3, 4, and then 5. Look up, inhale, exhale, and then inhale, coming up. Exhale, release, front of the mat. Ekam, arms come up immediately. Dve, exhale, fold, hands down. Inhale, Trini, lift your chest. Exhale, Chaturanga, low push-up pose, Chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling. Down dog. Exhale, hips to the sky, float forward, Utkatasana. Root your feet, arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Palms flat, handstand or crow pose. As you're ready, go for it. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, inhale, down dog. Exhale, right foot forward, warrior 1. Inhale, coming up, arms up, palms press. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up on inhale, rotate, exhale, warrior 1. Second side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Warrior 2. Open up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up on inhale, rotate, exhale, warrior 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Hands down, right heel back, Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale, down dog, exhale. Dandasana, step or float forward, set down. Both legs straight out in front, allowing strength to come into the legs. And 1, 2, 3, press into the floor, lift up out of the waist. 4, 5, inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, big toes, grab the big toes, lift the heart. Exhale, elbows wide. 1, 2, look at your toes. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, Trini, lift the heart up. Exhale, thumb to the big toe knuckle. Reach the hands outside of the feet. Inhale, lift the heart. Take them. Exhale, way folding. Press your thumb into your big toe. Trying to push your big toe forward. Then push your big toe knuckle back into your thumb. Peel your feet open from the outside. Press your fingers, the outside of the foot, into the fingers, spreading the heart forward. And then 5, inhale, lift your heart open. As you exhale, take your hands out in front. Inhale, lift the heart open. Gaze towards your toes initially, and then exhale. C, part C. 1, 2. Charge your legs, make them strong. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your heart open. Exhale, release. Vinyasa. Cross your ankles, plant your hands, move through your flow. Step back or float. Up dog, inhaling. Down dog, exhale. Float through, sit down. Purvottanasana. So the legs out in front. Press your toes down into the floor. Hug your elbows back. Then inhale, lift your hips, look off the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Hips come down. Cross your ankles, plant the hands, take your vinyasa, lift up, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana, seated. Both legs out in front initially. Take your right knee in towards your armpit. Open up to this side. This can be a modification. You can use a brick underneath your knee if you need to. Heel comes up to the hip crease if it's available to you. Right hand back. Reach for toes. Left arm up, side of the foot. If that's bothersome to either your knee, then you can take same action as that forward fold. Bring your foot up to just above the knee. Flex the toes back for some comfort in your right knee. And then you can take your hand to the knee and push your knee up into your elbow or hand and press forward. 3, 4, and then 5. Releasing. Find a vinyasa. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, inhale. Down dog. Exhale, float forward, set down. Right legs out in front. And then heels drawn in. Take your variation. Knee or ankle right above the knee. Or all the way up to the hip crease. Reach your left hand back and around. Or bend your right leg a little bit. Find this variation. And then maybe elbow onto the knee. Push the knee back into the elbow as you extend through the elbow, creating more opening. 3, 4, and then 5. Releasing. Cross your ankles. Find your vinyasa. Hug the knees in. Lift up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Tiranga Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Float the left leg forward and set down with your heel on the outside. Sit on a brick if you need to, or a blanket or towel, some sort of lifting apparatus. Reach for your front foot. Inhale and exhale, folding. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hold for a second. Hands back beside you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, inhale. Down dog. Exhale, right foot floats forward this time. Bring it out in front. Reach for your front foot. Inhale, expand the heart open. And exhale, folding in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, lift the right. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, inhale. Down dog. Exhale, float forward, set down, Janu Shirshasana A. Left leg out in front, right heel in. Press down through the knuckle, reach for your front foot. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, folding, squeezing, hips towards one another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale up, exhale, release, cross your ankles, lift up on your inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog, find your seat, float forward, and set down. This time right leg's out in front, left heel's in, reach for your front foot, inhale, lift the heart, exhale, folding in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look up on inhale and exhale, release. Ankle in front, lift up, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog, part B. Float forward, set down. Left ankle in front, right ankle in. So just like part A, but this time we're going to lift up and set on our heel. Tone through the perineum. Reach for your front foot. Inhale and exhale, folding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up, and exhale, release, squeeze in, lift up, inhale, and then exhale, chaturanga dandasana, heart or second side, float forward, set down, and then taking your left leg in, big toe knuckle down, lift up, set on your heel. Toes point forward eventually, maybe they're to the side, reach for your front foot. Inhale, the heart open, and then exhale, fold forward, fold deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up, exhale, hug the tailbone towards the floor, squeeze in. Inhale, lift up, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, part C, float forward, set down. Legs out front, take your right knee, hug it up towards your armpit, let it open to the side, lift up your foot, rotate your toes down to the floor. So if you can get the toes down to the floor but it doesn't quite want to stay, you can lift up your hips and walk your heel back a little bit, and that can be useful. Use a brick if you need to support the knee so you have a little bit of something to push into. Squeeze into the midline, find your front foot. If you can, push forward, inhale, squeeze your heel into your inner thigh into your heel. Hug, feel the hips open. 2, drop the pubic bone down a little bit, inner thigh rotates forward and down, and then the outside of the hip hugs back and down. And then 5, inhale, look up, exhale, squeeze through your core, find your vinyasa, cross your ankles, lift up, inhale, step back or float back, knees can come down, knees, chest, chin if you're into it. And exhale, hips to the sky, and then look forward, float forward, set down. And again, second side here, take your left knee in, open it up to the side, so you want to feel a little external rotation in the hip, reach underneath, toes rotate towards the floor. Stay here. You can use your right hand to support the foot as well. Modify as you need to. Use a brick if you need to. Reach for your front foot if you can. And 1. Squeeze the heel in. Squeeze the thigh in. 3, 4, and then 5. Look up. Inhale. Exhale, release, and take a vinyasa. Cross the ankles, plant the hands, lift and float or step back, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Then down dog, exhale, pressing the breath out, Marichyasana A. Float forward or step forward and set down. Right knee drawn back towards the armpit. Come up into your half sit, half squat. So you want your right cheek up off the floor. Right arm comes up, reach forward, find your front foot, drop your thumb, reach back, find a bind. Bind if you're up for it, if you have the ability to do so, and then lean forward. So we lean forward and our right hip comes up off the floor, which is where we want to be. Right inner thigh drawn forward, and then without bringing the right hip down, we squeeze it forward. So pubic bone, tailbone drawn forward, right sits bones reaching towards the floor, but as it starts to approximate the floor, we lean further forward. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Find your vinyasa. Hug in. Lean weight forward, lift up. And chaturanga. And up dog. And down dog. Find your seat, float forward, set down, right leg out in front, left heel in, half sit, half squat. Lift the left arm up to the sky, cast it forward, way out beyond your front foot. Drop your thumb, and then reach back. Find the bind, if it's available to you. And then inhale, reach forward. Left inner thigh forward, and then take the sitting bone down towards the floor. Lean forward, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Find your vinyasa. Cross your ankles, lift up. And chaturanga dandasana. Knees down, chin down, chest down if you'd like. Up dog. Down dog. Hips to the sky. Seated. Float forward. Set down. Took another variation on these two. So taking your left foot up to the hip crease, to the right hip crease if it's available to you, and then bend right knee, hug in. You can bring it in front of the sitting bones, that's another way. So it's here, and then bringing right heel in front of left, thumb up, drop, reach forward. If you're working on the posture and you need a modification, heel up towards the hip, or towards into that same form, toes flex back, and then you can bend this knee and start to move it forward just a little bit. Any of those options are useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Find your vinyasa. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Find your seat, second side. So the right heel in front of the sitting bone can come up into that half lotus form, or you can modify as you need to. Left arm up, reach. As you exhale, find your bind. 1. If you're in that half lotus form, try to push your foot, the knife edge of the foot, like you're chopping into your hip socket. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Find your vinyasa. Lift up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog. Down dog. Merityasana C. Float forward, set down. Legs out in front. Right knee's drawn out, or back to the armpit, and then inward just a little bit, more in line with the sternum. Take your left leg straight out in front, make it strong. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Reach out, drop your thumb, reaching back, look over the shoulder. Even your left foot is reaching forward. Now right inner thigh forward, drop the thumb, reach back for your bind on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look forward on inhale. Exhale, release. Cross your ankles, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Low push-up pose. Knees can come down. Up dog, and then down dog. Hips to the sky. Look forward. Find your seat. Right leg out in front, left heel drawn back towards your sternum, and then right arm up. Inhale. Drop your thumb, hand towards your hip. Take your triceps forward, twisting. Right foot reaches forward, and then binding in. So bind is appropriate for you. 1, 2, Pull the rib cage across the thigh. 3, 4, 5. Look forward on inhale. Exhale, release. Find your vinyasa. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, down dog, and seated. There you go. And then taking your left foot up to the hip crease or underneath. So if your foot comes up to the hip crease, you can bend the right knee, hug the right knee back, just like part A. But on this side, since we're doing a twist, you can find your foot with the side of the hand, so you can work into the twist, or your elbow to the side of the foot, and then twist open. 1, 2, push your foot into your hand, hand into the foot or the elbow. 3, 4, and then 5, releasing. Cross your ankles, lift up on inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Find your seat, last marichi. Legs out in front. This time, right heel comes up, left knee bends, maybe the knee's down, maybe you're in that full bind and you're ready to go for your twist, or you take your right elbow and bring it to the outside of the foot for a twist this way, or the side of the foot and twist open. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look forward, inhale, lift up, exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, inhale, down dog, exhale, navasana boat pose. Legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross your ankles, lean forward, lift up. Legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Cross, hug, lift. Legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up. Release, legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Lift, last one. Legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Cross, lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, and then down dog. We'll leapfrog our legs way out around our arms. Bhuja Pidasana, arm pressure pose. So walk your shoulders back, cross your ankles, bring your hands down to the floor. Lift the feet up. And then from there, bend the elbows, draw them back. 1, chin towards the floor, or head towards the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look up. Release the legs out. Titibhasana. Inhale. Exhale. Bakasana. Crane pose as you exhale. Up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Leapfrog, legs around the arms again. And sit down. Karmasana. Squeeze in. Hands back. Hips down. And then arms straight out. Squeeze your shoulders. Karmasana. Chin out. If you need to, cup your heels and push forward with your legs. And lift the chin forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Crossing your ankles or bring soles of the feet together. Walk your hips back. Feet can broaden as well. Externally rotate the thighs. And then maybe head to the floor. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders. Find your vinyasa. Lift up on inhale. And exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Every day is different. Up dog, inhale. Down dog. Exhale, Garbha Pindasana. Float forward, sit down. And this time you can take lotus, half lotus, right foot up, then left foot, coming into that lotus form. You can take one leg up, all the way up to the hip crease, and then you have to capture the left leg. Or you can take your legs up and then bring your arms underneath and try to squeeze your elbows up towards your face. So cross your ankles, bring your head up. 1, if you can bring them in between your feet. Good, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, come up right side. Exhale, down left. Inhale, up right. Exhale, left. All the way around to the right. Find that rocking, rolling motion. 4, more than 4. I just hope to make it back to the front sometime. And then from the front, Kukutasana, which means rooster pose or cock pose, or you can take this other variation where you take your hands under, lift up onto your hands. 1, lift your gaze. 2, pull the feet up the forearms. 3, 4, and then 5, release. Vinyasa, cross your ankles, step back or float. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, down dog, hips to the sky. Find your seat, float forward, sit down. Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Walk your hips in, coil your tailbone forward. Find your seated posture. And then inhale, lift the heart, drop your chin down, pull your ears back. 1, pubic bone, tailbone forward. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Peel the feet open like a book, elbows to the hips crease. Inhale, exhale, elbows push back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look up, inhale. As you exhale, elbows wider. Now bring forehead to the big toes. Inhale, exhale, curl in. Draw the heart forward. 2, tailbone, pubic bone, rotating. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release. Cross your ankles, plant the hands, lift up. Exhale, step back or float. Chaturanga Dandasana. Modify as appropriate. Hips to the sky, look forward, float or step to the front. Upadishta Konasana, wide legs, reach out, find the sides of the feet or the big toes. Press the big toe into your thumb if you have the sides of the feet. They're about as wide as you can imagine and still grab your feet. Pull the heart forward. 1. If you're extra limber, then maybe just keeping them at around 100, 90 or 100 degrees. 3, 4, and 5. Look up, inhale, exhale, curl it back. Bend your knees if you need to. Lift your legs up. Lift your chin up. 1, pull the legs wide. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, bring them forward. Exhale, hug, squeeze in. Then take your vinyasa. Up dog, down dog, and then seated. Legs straight out in front. Roll down, lay down on your back. Lift your legs up at about 90 degrees. Reach up, find your big toes. Separate your legs wide. Bring weight into the shoulders, the ridge of the shoulder blades. Press your toes to the floor. Try not to crowd the neck. Instead, push your head gently down in order to elongate the neck. Lift your pubic bone up. Press your big toes down into the floor with some leg strength. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, pause. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, slowly the heels come down. Vinyasa, cross your ankles. Move through your flow. Modify as you need to. Up dog or cobra. Down dog, hips to the sky. Look forward. Find your seat. Slowly lay down. Supta Padangustasana. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Find your big toe. Inhale, exhale, squeeze in. Left leg, try to keep it long. Push through your toes. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Lay down onto your back. Exhale, open the right hip. 1, 2. Drop your left inner thigh down. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, bring the leg up to the top. Exhale, squeeze chin to shin. Inhale, lay down the torso. Exhale, the foot comes down as well. Left leg comes up. Inhale, reach up for your big toe. Exhale, squeeze in. Right hand reaching down. Right inner thigh drawn down. Left externally rotates. 3, 4, and then 5. Lay down on your back. Inhale. Exhale, open up to the side. So it's easy to let the right hip lift up here. So drop your right inner thigh. Externally rotate your left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look up. Inhale, bring the leg up. Exhale, chin to shin. Inhale, lay down. Exhale, your foot comes down to the floor in front of you. Hands by your ears. Chakrasana or Chakrasana prep. Lift your legs, rock back towards your shoulders, and roll forward, step back or float. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Ubayu Padangusthasana. Float forward, set down, legs out in front, and slowly lay on your back, pressing all the breath out. Empty of lungs. Lift your legs up, reach up, find your big toes, pull the toes to the floor, squeeze the breath out. Inhale, come back up onto your hips. Automatically let the little chest lift up to the sky. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look forward on inhale. Exhale, squeeze in. Cross your ankles, find your flow, your vinyasa. Up dog on inhale. Down dog. You exhale, hips high. Find your seat, float forward, sit down. Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. Slowly lay down. Lift your legs up to the sky. Inhale. This time find the back of the heels, sides of the feet, or back of the calves. Exhale, press the breath out. Inhale, come back up onto the hips and hold. Elbows hug back behind the calves. Then lift your chest forward. Forehead might come to the shins, or lift your gaze. Keep the thighs and ribs in towards one another. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, releasing. Exhale, squeeze in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, and then down dog, and then Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. So the heels together, lengthening out the legs a little bit so they're not all the way in like Baddha Konasana. They're not straight either. Lay down on your back. You can take the fish pose variation, which I think I'm going to do today. You can take the bridge pose variation, or you can bring your hands and up towards your shoulders, resting towards your head. If you're in your fish pose, let your head draw back. Try to pull the skull long away from your ears. Push length into the legs. Pull the pubic bone back. 3, 4, and then 5. Release down. Hands by your ears. Rock back, Chakrasana or Chakrasana prep. Move through your flow. And then finding your way back to your back. So backward bending postures. Start with Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Bridge shoulders down, but then immediately, for those of you who are interested, finding your way to Dhanurasana or Urdhva Dhanurasana. So bridge pose first. Take the pubic bone forward and down. Take the tailbone. So now your lower back lengthens. Lift your hips up. Walk your shoulders under. Interlace your fingers. A good place to start. If that's where you're at, that's fine. Or hands by your ears. Rock up. Come up onto your head. Rest there. Bring your hands further back. Lift up. 1. Press your heels down. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Release your head down. Number 2. Pick your posture, come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Release down. Resituate yourself. Number 3. Push up. 1. Lengthen the neck. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Head comes down. Number 4. 5 breaths. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Head comes down. Last one. Pick it up. Prepare and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Releasing down. Rest here for a moment. Shoulder over the legs. Find some freedom in your sacrum. And then let's take a vinyasa. Hands by your ears. Rock back toward your shoulders. Roll forward. Plant the hands. Find your flow. Up dog. And then down dog. Hips to the sky. Float forward. Sit down. Legs straight out in front. The legs out in front. Reaching forward. Paschimottanasana. You can take part D, grab a wrist, elbows towards the sides of the feet, drawn down. Variations welcome. This time, rather than trying to elongate your legs, think in terms of letting your spine lengthen out, especially your lower back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, slowly lay on your back. Palms press into the floor. Tadagi Mudra. It's not a common posture here, but I like it. I learned it from my teacher, and so I like to do it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the legs up towards the ceiling. You can stay here, Viparani Karani if you'd like, candlestick, or shoulder stand. Lift your hips up to the sky. Walk your shoulders under. Your head will gently press down. Not too much though, keep the weight in the shoulders, and then engage. Keep the bum engaged, reach the legs long. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhale here. As you exhale, toes to the floor. If you are in candlestick posture, maybe coming into happy baby pose. If you're in your plow pose, interlace your fingers, press your wrists down to the floor. Keep the weight in the shoulders, not in the neck. 1. Push into the floor with your toes. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. From there, bend to the knees, squeeze your ears. Capture the sides of the head, elongate the neck. Separate your hands, making fingertips press into the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, finding your way into shoulder stand, staying in happy baby pose if that's where you're at. As you exhale, bringing your legs into Urdhva Mukha Padmasana. So bring right heel up to the hip crease, and then left, if you can take lotus pose. Otherwise, taking a variation there up, either pressing your knees up with your hands. You can take that Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Lift your hips up to the sky. Try to keep the weight in the shoulders, not in the neck. 3, push up with your hands, push down with your legs. 4, and then Pindasana. From there, keep the weight in the shoulders, and then reach around, grab the outsides of the feet if you can. If you have your legs in lotus, grab opposite wrists,
or the back of the thighs. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Hands to your lower back. Lift your legs up towards, so if you're in lotus pose, stay in lotus pose. If you're in shoulders down, then you can stay there. And then bring your lower back down to the floor, coming into your fish pose. If your legs were in Baddha Konasana, you can just come up into fish pose, cupping the glutes or the hamstrings. If you're in lotus pose, grab for your big toes and draw it back. 3, try to pull the shoulder blades away from your ears. 4, and then 5, extend the legs, make them straight, reaching your arms long. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Lay flat. Inhale. Exhale. About 3 breaths. 1, 2, and then 3. Hands by your ears. Rock back towards your shoulders. Roll it back. Exhale, roll it forward. Vinyasa. Up dog. And then down dog. Hips to the sky. Float forward. Oops, sorry. Bring your knees down to the floor for Shirshasana headstand. So you can do headstand if you're familiar with it. Go for it. If you need to jump, then maybe not today. I'm going to do dolphin dog today. For about 10 breaths is how long we'll hold it. If you're already up, just stay there. Little fingers, second little finger from the bottom is going to come in, so both fingers are equally flat on the floor. And then bring your elbows down to the mat, lift your hips up. So this is a good place to start, dolphin dog. To deepen, walk your feet forward and then take your armpits back. 1, 2, head should be off the floor. 3, if you're in headstand, see if you can roll the shoulders away from your ears a little bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Slowly coming down, child's pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Seated. Padmasana, lotus pose. You can take lotus, half lotus, or Sukhasana, which is a cross-legged posture. And then taking left hand back, reach for your left toes if you're in Padmasana or lotus, or reach right arm back, grab opposite elbows. Inhale here, exhale, fold forward, chin leads the way. So you're long through your throat, and then at the last, let your head come down to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, releasing your wrists out onto your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, hug your knees in. Lean weight forward, lift up for 10. Lift up for 10 breaths. So lift off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release hips down. Find your vinyasa. Cross your ankles, step back or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. We're finding our way all the way to standing at the front of the mat.
Exhale. Hips to the sky, look forward, bend the knees, float or step to the front. Chin up off chest, inhale. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, rise up to the top, deep breath. Palms together, hands to heart center. Let's go ahead and do our closing mantra. Like before, we'll do a call and response today, beginning with an Om. Deep breath, let it out. Inhale. Swasti Prajabhya Pare Palyantam Naena Margena Mahin Maheshaha Gobrahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samastiti. Ekam inhale. Dve exhale. Trini, lift your heart. And exhale, Chaturvedi, last vinyasa to your back for Shavasana. Up dog, and then down dog. Float through, lay on your back. Final resting pose. Much like the loving kindness meditation at the beginning of the practice, we start with our invocation, and it's very almost a self-focused, self-centered aspect of the practice. And when we first get started, we're paying deep attention to ourselves, paying attention to our alignment. It's likened by some, it's almost like we're tuning an instrument, which is often an act of grace and mercy for ourselves, but also those around us. It's always good to tune your instrument before you play the instrument. And then we work through our practice, and in doing so, we allow ourselves to move towards a more mindful state, getting less out of the kind of moving away from ego consciousness, moving towards something more like paying attention to the field of experience more than how we identify with our experience. And then by the end of the practice, we find ourselves chanting Loka Samista Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering. So our shift becomes towards all beings, towards others. Sending out that prayer, that mantra, that wish, that hope for all other beings. Rest into your mat. Receive what the earth has to offer you, support. As always, truly an honor to be with you this morning. It's always an honor for me, so I bow to you. Namaste.